The following program contains coarse language and nudity. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome, everybody, to another exciting edition of the Sports Bras, the number one sports podcast in Rendon, number two in Louisville, but always number one in your hearts. I am, of course, your host, the unofficial, official mayor of Rendon and the 2023 Fantasy Football Champion, CC. Alongside with me is always my buddy. I got you. He is the Matthew McConaughey of Lake Louisville, the Sultan of Sluts, and the Kenny Rogers of Sports Bets. He is, of course, my pal, my buddy, Keith. Keith, how's it going today, my friend?
Man, I just got kicked out of my background.
Oh, you're in your
Now I'm in my prison cell background, man.
Oh, try it again.
Let me see if it'll work. I don't know. I don't think it's going to work, man.
We are, of course, on a brand new platform here, which is awesome. We are enjoying this. So lots of new changes coming to the Sports Bras podcast. We got a big weekend ahead of us here. Starting today, we got great games in college football we're about to get into in just a little bit. And then, of course, the NFL. And, of course, the
baseball, bro.
Baseball, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. It's getting exciting, man. It's getting very exciting. It's getting very exciting. Lots to talk about. Also, there's some names out there that this Diddy, an Academy Award-winning actor, has been named as part of this Diddy accusation. We'll get into that. Radio. Ooh.
Not good. Not looking good for Diddy.
Not looking good for radio either. But we'll get into that here and just show me the money. Oof. Yeah, he's going to be saying that here in a bit. But with that said, let's go ahead and get right into this whole weekend of college football, shall we?
All
right, let's get into it. So here we go. We, of course, are your podcast. To get you money in your pocket. Keith is
so I gotta get situated, man. This whole background thing threw me off, bro.
He's so horned up right now. Let's get into some of this college football. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Like I said, we're on a new platform, so bear with us. This is still new to us, but here we go. Let's get this going here. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, here we go. As you can see right here, according to ESPN, here are the spreads for today's college football games. We'll start off with the Alabama Crimson Tide taking on the South Carolina Gamecocks. That spread right now is at Alabama is 21.5. The over-under is 50.5. Keith, who do you have in that
Too
one?
much. It's too much.
Too much for who?
Alabama's too much. Too much, man. Nah, I've seen South Carolina play them tight in the past. No way. Give me South Carolina, bro. 100%.
Wow. Okay. South Carolina, he says. All right. Let's get back to it. Here we go. We got that one, and we got the Missouri Tigers taking on the Massachusetts Minuteman. We are big fans of UMass.
UMass. That's where it's at,
Missouri is favored by 27.5. The over/under is 54.5. Keith, who do you have in that
Listen, let me tell you, man, our Minutemen this year are struggling, bro. They're
one? Marcus Camby's.
The Marcus Camby. I'm telling you, though, today's the day they bounce back, bro. Just kidding. Give me Missouri, bro. They're gonna roll them.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let's get away with that nonsense here. Let's move on. Don't really care about that one. Don't really care about that one.
Games, bro.
All right, Washington Huskies taking on the Iowa Hawkeyes. Iowa is favored by 2.5. Over under is 41.5. Who do you have in this one, Keith?
I don't know, man. I find that kind of hard to believe that Iowa's favored in that game.
Yeah.
Does this seem kind of weird? I mean, I guess it's because they're at home.
Yeah, they are at home, and they do wave at that little hospital up there,
Cancer Hospital. Just for that, I'll take Iowa, bro. Like,
we see you.
That's heartfelt, and they do it every game, bro. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Give me
the last image of us waving at you.
Oh, you're wrong, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
What if their last image was some drunk a-hole down there? Be like,
you. Yeah. I beat the shit out of Cancer.
Oh.
That's
terrible. All right. Back to the spreads here.
Fucking banned the first week.
Oh man. Moving on down. All right, let's get into the 3:30 game or the 2:30 games. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Texas versus Oklahoma.
Man, dude.
Let me find it. Hang on.
Where's it? All these trash games on here, bro.
I know.
Can't you narrow it down to top 25 or something?
Nah, I don't.
Let me help you out.
All right, here we go. Texas taking on Oklahoma. Right now, we are sitting at Texas minus 15. Over-unders 49.5. That seems a little low on that over-under. These two usually go back and forth, man.
I know it seems a little odd. I'm not sure what's going on with that over-under right there. Give my whole spiel. Texas is clearly the better team, right?
Don't say that too loud. You're gonna get beat.
I know it. What? A divorce? Anyways. Texas is clearly the better team.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, you and I have watched this game for many, many years. Have you ever seen it be a one-sided, lopsided blowout game?
Usually it was Oklahoma, lopsided in Texas.
I'm telling you, bro, it's usually high-scoring. It's usually a high-scoring game. It's usually pretty close. Usually comes down to the end of the game. Now, there has been one or two that, a couple touchdown wins. But I'm sorry, bro. I'm Texas all day. Give me Oklahoma plus those points, man. It's just too many. 2 scores?
Over under 49.5. What do you think on that?
All day.
That's low,
bro. That's terrible. They might hit that by halftime.
I'm telling you.
I want Texas to win because I love Texas. It's a Republican state. All right. Now give me Oklahoma plus the points though. You hear that? Huh?
Well, yeah. Make me a sandwich.
Harrison Busker style.
All right, we got Penn State taking on USC. Penn State is favored by 3.5. Over under 51.5. Who do you have in this one?
Oh man, give me the Lions, bro. I think they roll today.
Yeah, Nittany Lions.
That USC team is good at home, but they're 3-2 this season. They just haven't looked like it. They lost Caleb Williams. That's probably what it is, bro. Hey, look, on the real, Caleb Williams looked pretty good last week. He looked pretty good last week. I might kind of be believing a little bit. Maybe it took him a couple games to figure it out, but that's right. I take back. I can't believe I ever questioned you. You are the fantasy football god.
Thank you.
Give me the Lions, though. I think they beat USC pretty easily, at least by 5 to 7 points.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, look, man, we've had a pretty good season so far picking games this year. We've been pretty accurate with it. So
we have. The Stanford Cardinals taking on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish And this is a weird one, man. I think this is a trap here. Notre Dame is favored by 22.5. Over under is 45.5.
Yep.
Trap game?
Trap game. 100%.
Why we mean trap game? What does that mean exactly?
It just means
those
like
viewers out there.
it's almost like when a team is playing really well and then they go and they play a team that on paper looks like it should be an easy walkthrough game, no issues.
Right.
And all of a sudden at halftime, it's a one-score game. And all of a sudden towards the end of the game, it's a one-score game. Don't let your eyes fool you. Bet smart on this game. Don't take Notre Dame. Notre Dame never covers. They never cover. They're the Ohio State of their division. Okay. Are they in the same division? I'm just telling you, just take opposite Notre Dame. Don't take Notre Dame unless Manti Te'o's playing. Don't take Notre Dame.
Rudy Quinn. What about Brady Quinn? What if Brady Quinn?
If Brady Quinn and Rudy both play today, you take Notre Dame.
Don't forget Rocket Ishmael.
You got any other Notre Dame players? There's a lot of them.
Tim Brown.
Joe
Montana.
Okay.
Yeah, he's back up though to Brady Quinn.
Of course, Brady Quinn was a god, bro.
Yeah, he was.
That Notre Dame team was good, though. That Notre Dame team with Brady Quinn was a good team.
Yeah, I know.
I miss those days of football.
Yeah, I do too. All right. Louisville taking on Virginia. Louisville's favored by 7.5. Over under is 54.5. Who do you have in that one?
Who cares?
All right. Moving on.
No, I'm just saying, like, what about like Cal and Pitt or Stanford?
Here we go. Arizona taking on BYU.
Oh.
The undefeated BYU.
Listen.
BYU is favored by 2.5. Over under is 48.5. What do you have in that one? We all know what our deal is. We don't bet against religion.
Correct.
And we don't bet against the military.
That's right. You just can't. Every time you do, it's going to backfire. Never bet against religion. Never bet against the military. It'll backfire every time. So I think it's a pretty clear cut. But this kind of looks like a trap game for BYU, man.
2.5.
And Arizona's a 3-2 team. They're not a terrible team. I think Nick Foles is starting today. I don't know, man. I don't know. Wasn't Milf Hunter? Wasn't he the quarterback for BYU?
Zach Wilson?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he was BYU's quarterback.
Yeah, he was.
Which makes it awfully odd that he's called the MILF Hunter after being BYU's quarterback. Maybe that whole program's changing a little bit.
Yeah, maybe.
I could be way wrong. He may not have been the quarterback for BYU. But take BYU in this game. It's a trap game, but take them anyways. 3, they can cover that. They can cover 3.
All right. Let's get back into the spreads here. Let's scroll on down.
Where's Mississippi State and Georgia, bro?
Huh?
What about Mississippi State and Georgia?
I'm getting there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Here we go. Florida Gators versus Tennessee Volunteers. Tennessee's 14.5, 56.5 over under. Of course, we know Tennessee is coming off that terrible loss last week. Do they rebound and take out the Florida Gators of Tim Tebow?
Dude, that Peyton Manning-led team should be able to cover that spread.
After we talk about this, I want to see. Have you seen that Netflix Aaron Hernandez?
Yeah, actually, I have.
Okay, all right, we'll get into that in just a little bit. But who do you have? Tennessee, Florida Gators.
I mean, you want to take Tennessee, but I don't think you can. I don't think you can take them. That Florida team, they're not great. They're not. Jeff Driscoll leading the way. No, we got to stop with these old players that used to play for these teams. Tim Tebow is clearly going to lead this Florida team to a big win today.
Oh, Danny Warfel, dude.
Danny Warfel, exactly.
National champion Danny Warfel.
These spreads this weekend are crazy, man. I don't know. I don't like the two score spreads that we got going on here. I think Florida is good enough to keep it within range. Tennessee needs a bounce back game, but I don't think it's against Florida, man. I think Florida ends up hanging around.
Really?
I do. I like Florida to hang around in this game.
Okay, we'll see on that one. All right, let's find this Georgia one that you were talking about.
Yeah, I'm just kidding about it. It's up above the Florida game. It's Mississippi State is.
Oh, there it is.
4 points, bro. Like, come on.
Georgia,
Dak Prescott and the Mississippi State Bulldogs.
Oh, you think Dak's going to be there?
Probably. I don't
know. You know he's going to be in Georgia.
You know who else will be in Georgia?
Uh-huh.
Hey, y'all. I'm
Oh,
looking-
y'all. This is a perfect opportunity for Georgia to sneak back into that number one position after Alabama lost to Vanderbilt last week. If things roll the way that Georgia hopes it rolls, I mean, you got, of course, Alabama losing last week against Vanderbilt, Texas getting that number one spot back. Who knows what's going to happen in Texas OU tonight or today?
Yeah.
Because it's such a big rivalry. And then next week you got Texas and Georgia, so that could be a battle of the number ones right there. So Georgia's in a pretty good spot right now.
Yeah, Georgia easily could jump back to that number one. And it also depends on how they look playing against these teams. If Georgia comes out and they beat Mississippi State by 10 points, that's not impressive. Now, if Texas comes out and beats Oklahoma by 25 points, they remain at number one. Georgia goes nowhere. But here's the thing, that Mississippi State team, I know they suck. They do. They suck, bro. Don't get me wrong.
Absolutely sucks.
They average around 20-something points a game, right? About 18 to 25 points, anywhere in that range. Georgia may not give them that many points, but to have to beat a team by 34 points, you got to play a pretty good, solid, executed game, right? You got to come out and you got to consistently score every time you get the ball. I'm taking Mississippi State plus those points today, man. I know it sounds stupid. I mean, as a bettor, I know it sounds stupid, but that is a lot of points to beat a team by. You're saying Mississippi State's going to give up 5 touchdowns in a row without scoring anything? Without scoring anything? What if a kickoff for a run back for a touchdown, a punt return for a run back, a long break for Mississippi State with the running back? You never know. That one score can change the whole outcome of the game when you're talking about betting on point spreads. Dropping facts, bro. I'm just telling you. So give me Dak Prescott, man.
Wow.
Give me Dakota Rain.
Give me Dakota Rains. Let's see. We got anything else that's
Yeah, there's a game on there that I know you got to talk about. New Jersey.
Oh yeah, this one right here. The Ohio State Buckeyes taking on my Oregon Ducks. How dare them? Ohio State 3-point favorite. 54.5 over under. They're in Oregon. ESPN doesn't know shit.
It's a huge game for your team, bro.
ESPN don't know shit.
Come on, man.
How dare them disrespect my team like that?
Well, go ahead. Tell us why you think Oregon is going to win. I'm going to tell you why they're not going to win.
Well, number one, they're at home. They're in Eugene.
All right.
Okay. That's a far travel from Ohio. Just saying.
It is a good flight. Didn't take that in consideration. That's 2 points right there. Okay.
Thank you. And they're just Oregon, bro.
Deduct the point. Sorry, bro. It's not a good enough explanation for
the
why.
Flying V.
Flying V.
Gordon Bombay. Marcus Mariota.
Give him a 5-pointer. Solid facts to back up your pick. I like it. I like it a lot. I can see heavy money coming in late on Oregon now because of that review.
I hope.
I mean,
that's disrespectful to be underdogs at home.
It is disrespectful, but here's the problem, bro. Ohio State's always there at the end of the season. And it's usually either with a perfect season or a one loss. Is this the week they catch that one loss? I don't see that happening, man. I think Ohio State is a better football team than your Oregon Ducks. I'm pulling for Oregon, bro. I want Oregon to win just for you because we're buddies. Just because we're buddies. I'm pulling for them.
Thank you.
But my money would be going on Ohio State today. So
you stupid.
Give me the Buckeyes. Sorry.
All right. Well, we'll see how that rolls. That is your college football picks for the week. Little there. Hopefully get some money in your pocket. I don't know. I honestly think that's going to be the game of the day. I mean, obviously Texas OU, that's what it is. But I think this Oregon Ohio State game is going to be the game of the week.
I'm definitely watching it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a vested interest in either team, but I'm watching it.
Now, let me go back to what I was talking about earlier with that Netflix series about Aaron Hernandez and the one. Dude, what a freaking series, huh?
It was great. Me and my wife watched it the second it came out.
But one thing that I'm seeing out of this is, man, Aaron Hernandez is gay, bro, or was gay.
Everybody knows that already, man. Yeah,
but they show a lot of Aaron Hernandez being gay in this.
But is that really accurately depicted, man? I don't know if that's somebody just doing that for the entertainment value. I think he showed some homosexual tendencies for sure.
Huh? Some.
A little bit. The movie indicates that he had a lot, but I don't know, man. If he did, he hit it well, right? Wait, what?
What? What?
Man, come on. Man.
What do you think about that guy that plays Gronk? How freaking hilarious is that?
Honestly, dude, let me tell you, this series is the perfect combo for me and my wife. It's got a little bit of everything that we both
Yeah.
love.
Yeah.
It's the murder porn that she needs.
Oh.
And it's the football side for me. And then you throw in the homo stuff, and it's like tremendous.
Lifetime. It's a tremendous. It's like a lifetime sports.
It is, bro. It's a lifetime sports show. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Just throw in Kay Adams, and we're solid, bro. Beautiful.
Yeah, check it out. What's it called again? It's
I think it's called the Aaron Hernandez Bukaki special.
Yeah, there it is.
There it goes. I don't know what it's called, but it's the touchdown killer or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Gay Polar.
Jesus, you're gonna get us kicked off of here, man.
What? All right.
I just want you to know I support anybody's decision to do what they want to do with their life. I just want that to be out there, unlike my fellow co-host here.
How dare you?
Yeah!
How dare you?
I'm just saying.
All right, let's get into it. First off, before we get to the picks, I have to come out here and apologize for last week. I think you do too, because we had the Cowboys no chance of winning that game last week.
Shouldn't have won.
Pittsburgh. And for some damn reason,
they tried to lose it. They tried really hard to lose it.
You know what? It was a damn rain delay. That's what it was. That's what it was. How in the hell did the Cowboys win?
Two ugly duck picks from freaking Dak, and you know what it was? The defense played better than I expected. I thought that
without Michael Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence, yes,
I wasn't anticipating the defense stepping up like that. They stopped the run, and so you stop the run, you can win. If you got to throw, Justin Fields throwing the ball, you should be able to win that game. Justin Fields had a couple that he missed just barely. They should have been scores. So I don't know, man. A couple plays this way, a couple plays that way. It could have shifted the whole outcome of the game. But hey, I'm always cheering for the Cowboys to win, but they didn't look great in that game.
Yeah. We'll get into them in just a little bit. Let's go ahead and get into the spreads and the odds for the NFL this week.
Do it.
All right, we're going to start off here.
Oh,
another London, England matchup between the Chicago Bears and the London Jaguars.
Oh, it's a home game for the Jags.
A home game for the Jags. The Bears are favored, though, against the London Jaguars.
That's disrespect.
By 1 point. Over under is 44.5. You said it earlier. Caleb's starting to look good.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, look, Chicago's a better team. Jacksonville has looked atrocious this entire season. Shouldn't have won last week somehow.
But they're at home now.
They are at a home game. I was going to say they have the better kicker, I believe.
Chip, cheerio.
Man, bro, that game is so early. I just don't fucking care. I mean, look, this is like the worst game to wake up early. I love football. I love London football, man, because it's early. Get up. Oh man, we got two good teams facing off. Like we had Minnesota and the Jets playing a week ago. That was fun. It's a good game.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
I'm telling you, dude. Not something to write home about. Dear mother, I'm here live at the London game. Watching my
home team, the London Jaguars.
They will be officially the official unofficial team of the London Jaguars.
Only I can say that.
Sorry. Give me. I'm going to take home field into consideration here. Give me the Jags to pull off a win. But look, I can see Chicago's defense shutting down Jacksonville and them scoring nothing but field goals the entire game. Which would be
that London crowd would love it.
Love it. The kickers are tremendous.
it was a field goal game, they would absolutely go crazy. They might riot.
They
They
could.
might just go out on the field and just celebrate all night if it was the all field goal game.
Love them kickers, bro.
Love them kickers. All right,
Yeah.
moving on. So you got the London Jaguars.
I don't really. I'm just doing that for content. I really think Chicago's going to win the game, but
All right. All right, let's go on to the noon games. We got the Houston Texans taking on the New England Patriots.
God.
Texans are favored by 6.5. Over under 37.5. Who do you have in that one?
I mean, I feel like Tom Brady ruined New England Patriots. They were so good for so many years, and now they have just like fall from grace, bro. Like they are the worst freaking team in the NFL.
Now, I don't know if it'll make a difference, but New England has announced that they're going to start Drake Mayo.
I mean, yeah, it can't make them any worse. Like it really can't. I thought Jacoby Brissett. I think he's a decent quarterback. He's had some success everywhere he's played. But that New England team is just bad on both sides of the ball, man.
Mhm.
Just terrible.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess Houston wins this game by 10 to 15 points. So, but the only thing hurting them is Nico is gone for the season, bro. Nico Collins is down. You got to think Tank Dell will probably step up into that role. Diggs will have a bigger, contributing more this season.
I think Cam Akers is out too, if I'm not mistaken.
I guess Ogumba Wale is going to be the running back, man. They got injuries on their side of the ball, but that's the thing is they could play with 9 guys on the field and probably still beat this New England team. So give me Houston to cover that spread, but I don't know. Just when I say that, then New England might come out and actually put up a fight, but God, I don't know. Give me Houston, I guess.
I'm checking here, see if Cam. Oh no, Cam is playing.
Well, either way, their running game's been pretty shitty this entire season. So it's going to rely on C.J. Stroud to spread the ball around. That's why I think you can see like Hutchinson might be out there. You might see some more Tank Dell. But like I said, Diggs is going to be the primary guy this week for them. So if you have Diggs in fantasy, congratulations. You'll probably get 20 this week.
Yeah, hopefully.
Easily.
If he doesn't throw a tantrum on the sideline.
Might get pissy. He could get pissy and get mad, Seen a lot of that. Seen a lot of that from these celeb type, number one guys, these receivers. They are some drama queens, man.
Mm-hmm. They are. All right. Let's go on to the next one here. We have the Washington Commanders, our favorite in the NFC East, taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Believe it or not, the Ravens are favored by 6.5. Over under is 51.5. Bro.
Look, I'll tell you right now, heavy money's going to come in on Washington this week. Heavy. The line seems crazy. I know it seems crazy, right? You got the old cat, the original, going up against the young buck.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this is going to be game of the week, 100%.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're gonna have two quarterbacks that can do it with their legs, their arms, and they're just like superstar players that you love to watch. Most people are going to put their money on Washington because of the record alone and because of what the quarterback's done. I'm taking Baltimore minus those points. I think Baltimore covers this game, and I think they show how you beat this Washington team. I think they methodically move the ball down the field with the run game, and I think Lamar is poised to do something this season. And look, I don't normally say that. You know how I feel about Lamar. He's a decent quarterback, but I think he's on a mission after what happened last season and that AFC Championship game. Yeah, he dropped the ball, man. Just struggled. They were an inch away from winning that game. Zay Flowers holds on to that ball.
Yeah,
he got poked out, man. All you do is hold on to that ball. They win that game, and they go on to the Super Bowl and probably win it. But with that being said, game of the week, high scoring. Both quarterbacks rush for touchdowns this week. Give me Baltimore to cover that spread, though.
Wow. Okay.
You like Washington, right?
I do like Washington. I like those points, man. I like those points, and I like Washington, man. That a lot of people are finally catching on to this Commanders team that they could be something.
They could,
and I think this is another stepping stone. Look, Dan Quinn knows how to coach.
He does.
And Jalen Daniels is and don't forget who's the offensive coordinator.
I know, brother.
Coach Bro, man.
I know.
Coach Bro.
I understand you're making some good arguments here, but we look at these point spreads every week, and we always see one on there that we're like, oh, hell yeah, man. They're getting 6.5. I got to take them. That's an easy pick. No brainer. Vegas is not stupid. They know what they're doing. 6.5 seems crazy to most people. I think it seems crazy. But when I think it seems crazy, I usually end up taking that because to me, it's against what the natural choice would be.
Yeah.
So give me Baltimore to cover. We'll be talking about this next week. How Baltimore won by 2 scores.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will see.
All right. The Cleveland Dookie Browns taking on the Philadelphia She-Girls. 9.5 for the Eagles. 42.5 over under. Man, you talk about I don't know if it's the lawsuits that are piling on him, or he just don't give a fuck anymore. But
Dude.
Deshaun is checked out.
You know what the Browns? You know what the Browns need to do? They need to go get Joe Flacco. They need to go to Colts and say, "Hey, look, we'll give you Deshaun for free. Just give us Joe Flacco."
Or
Jameis Winston.
Go eat that W, man.
Man, I don't think he could play worse than Deshaun. The first couple of games, I thought, oh man, it's just the line's not blocking for him and this and that. I watched the Cleveland game a week ago. This dude holds onto the ball so long. It's 90% of the sacks that are happening are on him. That Cleveland team is back to being Cleveland, baby. They are trash.
And just think they were a playoff team without Deshaun last year.
That's what I'm saying.
Without Deshaun last year.
That's what I'm saying.
So you're looking at the problem is it's Deshaun.
Gotta be, dude. But look at all the money they invested in this guy.
A lot.
It's like
when I saw that deal, I was like,
yeah,
what?
Yeah.
and look what they gave up. They gave up all them draft picks too, man.
I think the lawsuit stuff does mess with him because when he was with Houston, man, that team was good, dude. Like they were a playoff team. I should have beat the Chiefs in that playoff game too. They gave up like a 20-something point lead to lose it. But I'm just saying, Deshaun at one point was a really good quarterback, and I don't know if all this stuff weighing on him outside the sport is getting to him, but they look terrible. But with all that being said, the Eagles have not been nothing to write home about, man. I'm not overly impressed with Jalen Hurts this season, and AJ Brown coming back.
They let Atlanta come back with Kirk Cousins with a minute left.
Yeah. The one thing the Eagles have going for them, I said, is Devontae Smith and AJ Brown should be playing this week.
Should be playing
things up.
Yep.
Saquon is still a great running back.
Yep.
I could see them having a good game. I'm going to take the Cleveland Browns plus those points this week. I think that they hang around. They lose by a score, but not 9. It's just too much.
Oof. All right. I like it. I think I'm with you on that one. That's a lot of points in the NFL. Moving on to the next one here, we got the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Green Bay Packers. Packers are 5.5 point favorites. Over unders 47.5.
Do you know that Arizona, every single game this season in the first quarter, their first possession, they have driven down and scored a touchdown?
Yep.
I mean, I don't know if you're a prop guy kind of bet or if you like doing half bets or not, but if you want to take the first team to score to be Arizona, I think that's a solid pick. Maybe even leading by halftime. I like Arizona in this game, man. I know that they're not as good as Green Bay. I think we can all admit that. Green Bay, they have something. Like, they haven't played great, but they have something there. Their quarterback, Jordan Love, you called it years ago. I'll give you credit for that. You said Jordan Love was going to be the real deal, and boy, he turned out to be a pretty good quarterback. Makes some bonehead plays. He's got a little Brett Favre in him, and not, exposing his wiener type Brett Favre, but throw terrible picks, Brett Favre. But I'm going to take it. God, dog. So this is toughest game to pick. Toughest game to pick for me this week. I'm going to roll with Kyler in Arizona to not lose by 5, but I don't think that they outright win this game. And it comes down to a field goal.
I'm going to go opposite. I think Kyler and the Cardinals are going to outright win this game.
Well, I mean, we both are picking the right team then. Just you think they're going to win.
I think they're going to win. I think they're going to outright win.
Yeah.
I like that Cardinals team, and I think Kyler is not relying on Madden anymore, and he's actually reading the playbook.
Yeah, that's all he had to do was open the damn playbook. The guy's got all the talent in the world.
Instead of playing Madden.
I mean, look, you got to stop asking Madden what play to run and just run what's in the playbook.
Yeah.
It just hit X every time.
Yeah, exactly. Let's move on to the next one here. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the New Orleans Saints. Buccaneers are favored by 3.5. Over unders 41.5. Derek Carr is out multiple weeks with a strained hip, I believe it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, give me the Bucks.
Yeah, I'll take the Bucks. I don't think there's any argument on that. But as a person who bets on games, this is one of those where if it looks too good to be true, it might be type games. In
That's
New
a
Orleans,
typical degenerate gambler talk right there.
let me tell you, man, I get in my own head. It's like a constant battle between right and wrong on each side. And this guy's usually right, but I always end up going with the wrong guy. I just think New Orleans showed me something the first couple of weeks, man. And I know they're not that same team. They've struggled the last couple of weeks. Tampa seems poised to do something big this year. For
Yeah.
all the hate that we've heard about Baker Mayfield and all the dogging about him, the guy's a gamer, bro.
Yeah, he is.
And you know he is rocking a hard on right now for this Texas OU game, bro.
No,
He's
fuck.
probably planting the flag somewhere, but
He's definitely doing a kegger right now somewhere.
Yeah, definitely. So, but I like Tampa to roll. I think Tampa's a better team.
And what if Baker shows up hungover though?
That's true.
From
I
the
didn't think
Texas
about
OU
that.
game.
I didn't even think about that, man. He could be struggling. He could. I put
It's
it
not
this
that
way.
far of a drive either. It's in New
Not-
Orleans, so
It's
that's what I'm
not hard at
saying,
all.
man.
I like the Bucks, man. They're the better team. They should win.
Yeah.
But Vegas knows what they're doing, bro.
Vegas does know what they're doing. All right, moving on. We have the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Tennessee Titans. Man, 0.5. No, here it is. 2.5. I'm sorry. It
Jeez.
opened at 0.5. Now it's at 2.5. Tennessee, believe it or not.
Money.
Over under is 42.5. Anthony Richards, I'm guessing, is not starting.
I think he's going to play this week.
Oh, is he?
Play this week, yep.
Why is Tennessee favored?
Just because these two play each other tough, man. It's like a division type rival game. It's like when the Cowboys play the Washington Commanders. They're going to be a tight spread on there no matter what. They play each other tough every time they play each other. Comes down to a field goal 90% of the time. That Colts team has one of the worst defenses I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, they're bad.
They give up points, and even Will Levis can score on this team. I can see Tony Pollard having a big game.
Yeah.
I can see DeAndre Hopkins having one of those breakout games where he has two.
He needs one. He needs one.
Yeah, he does.
God almighty. You talk about, you're right. I mean, we talked about it numerous times. Tennessee is the graveyard for wide receivers.
It is. They go there to die, man.
Yeah.
They go there and make money, but they just fall off the face of the earth.
Randy
AJ Brown.
Moss, Julio Jones,
A.J.
now
Brown.
DeAndre Hopkins.
These guys go to other places, and what happens? They
Yeah.
instantly go back to being superstars. Like, it's just, I don't know. But Tennessee is one of the hardest teams to predict because you got a
telling you.
quarterback that could make plays. But he's got that Brett Favre in him as
He's
well,
a
man.
bonehead. Yeah.
He is a bonehead. He throws terrible picks, man. He throws them costly during the game at the worst time to possibly throw them. He throws them. I
Right.
can't take Tennessee in good faith this game. I'm going to roll with Anthony Richardson. I think that Colts team is a better team, but I would not be at all surprised to see Tennessee win. I'll stay away from it, but if I had to gun to the head type game, I would take the Colts, I guess.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas playing?
I don't know. I think he is. If he's not, fingers crossed that he's not, because I have Trey Sermon on my fantasy team, and I really need to start him this week. Trey Sermon's a great running back.
Yeah, he is.
He really is. He's not ever going to
really
be the starter because JTT, man, he's the man. But I just really like Trey Sermon.
Okay.
Oh, is that what that was?
Los Angeles Chargers be taking on the Denver Broncos. Chargers are 3-point favorites. Over unders 35.5. What a crappy over under.
Yeah,
It just tells you that it's just going to be a low scoring game.
I can't figure this Denver team out.
I can't either, man.
I don't know what they are. You know, I think you give
think,
Harbaugh.
you know, it's one of those teams like, oh yeah, it's an obvious loss, and then they go out and win it.
Yeah.
It's like Sean,
Sean Payton.
Yeah, Sean Payton and Bo Nix. Bo Nix, man. Oregon, quack, quack.
I know. You got to take Denver.
I know.
You like
Man, I'm thinking, I'm leaning towards that. I'm leaning towards Denver on that one.
I'm not, because I like the Chargers. They're coming off a bye week. I think Jim Harbaugh you know those first seasons when he goes to new teams, he's got that rally, that rah 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 type. We're all for each other type
Yeah.
brothers. I think he gets that Chargers team up to play. I think Dobbins has a good game. I think Herbert. I think he has a good game. God, I don't know. Denver is so hard to figure out, bro. It's the worst game to pick. It's the worst. They're going to play each other tough. I'm going to take the Chargers to squeak out the win, but Denver could.
Get your fat ass back here.
Denver easily could win this game.
Guess who?
Justin Herbert.
Let's see. Moving on here. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers coming off that loss against the Cowboys last week. They are now taking off the Las Vegas Raiders. Pittsburgh still favored by 3, over unders 36.5.
That Raiders team's been disappointing this year.
Aiden McDonald is getting the start.
Who?
Aiden McDonald.
Aiden McDonald or Aiden O'Connell?
Whatever. McDonald,
yeah, close enough.
McDonald.
They're same guy. Is Devontae Adams even going to play? Is he just going to hang out till it's time to get traded? Or
I think he's going to hang out till he becomes a Jet.
Aiden O'Connell, man, if you start him for 17 games, he's good for 8. I think this week he might be good for that one, but that Pittsburgh defense might eat his ass, man.
Especially after that embarrassing loss last week.
They're not going to lose 2 in a row. Sumlin doesn't allow that to happen. That defense will be ready to play. They're going to tear Aiden O'Connell up. Give me Pittsburgh to win this game pretty easily.
I like it. I like that one too. Yeah, give me Pittsburgh. Detroit Lions will be taking on our Dallas Cowboys. Lions are favored by 3.5. Over under is 52.5. Kind of agree with Vegas on this one.
They owe us. They owe us,
Yeah.
and they owe us from last year. That BS. I didn't come in and tell him he was eligible. They're hot over that one, bro.
Oh yeah,
they're still
fuming over that.
I just think the Lions.
Dan Campbell
up this game. But
Dan Campbell's been mouthing this. He's been salivating on this one since he saw it on the schedule.
Yeah, he has. But normally when I feel that confident about a team, it usually goes the opposite way. So give me the Dallas Cowboys plus the points.
I will take the Detroit Barry Sanders.
What a fair weather fan you are.
Yep, I know it. Atlanta Falcons will be taking on the Carolina Panthers. Falcons are 6-point favorites, 46.5 over under.
Gotta tell you right now.
Yeah.
Upset of the week.
Uh-oh, wait a minute. It's
my lock upset.
All right, go ahead.
The Carolina Panthers outright beat the Atlanta Falcons this week. No doubt. Hey, who's my quarterback? Who's my quarterback for the Carolina Panthers? Who gives the greatest pregame speeches of all time? Loves God.
Dalton.
Andrew Dalton. I just think they're the better team, bro. I don't think Atlanta's the real deal. I think Carolina controls the clock this game. I think Chuba Hubbard has a nice game. I think Andrew Dalton does enough to not lose this game. I think they outright beat them, and it's in Carolina. I think Carolina wins this game. Just because their record shows that they suck doesn't mean that they can't beat a good team. They can beat a good team. Carolina Panthers is your upset of the week. You heard it here first.
Wow. There it is.
That's it.
I'm going to go with
Falcons.
iced out Kirk Cousins, man. You never go wrong with iced out Kirk Cousins. Even though it's
afternoon.
Andrew Dalton. And God may be on his side.
The one thing Atlanta has going for them is it's not a night game. So that helps Kirk Cousins.
That is true. All right. Moving on. We got the Sunday night game. Cincinnati Bengals.
Who would have thought?
Taking on the New York Football Giants.
Who would have thought, bro? 1-4 Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah. 3.5-point favorites, 47.5 over under. Oof. But NBC is kicking themselves on this one.
Dude, I mean, look, everybody would say Cincinnati.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
It is the biggest piece of dog shit. They're 1-4, bro. How disappointing is that for Cincinnati, man? Like, they have all the talent in the world. I just don't get it. I don't
know.
get it. I guess Daniel Jones is gonna run all over him. I don't know.
Jamar Chase is definitely missed in this game or in this whole season.
Yeah. He's one of the only shining stars on that team right now, man. And
And
they
T.
finally
Higgins is back.
Yeah, I know. He had a good game last week.
Yeah.
I don't know that
But
the
they still have no running game. They missed Joe Mixon.
They got Brown though too, man, and they need to use him better than what they do right now. I think he's the better running back over Zach Moss. I think Chase Brown's the better running
Yeah,
back.
but they're no Joe Mixon though. That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
They should have never got rid of Joe Mixon.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be a Bengal for life, honestly, man. That was kind of a surprising move, but boy, I don't know, CC. This is probably a tough game to pick here, man. This is one of those games though, like where you've lost so much during the day, and you try to win it all back on that last game in the evening, and it's like
Right.
impossible to pick the correct game. Like you just don't know who the winner is going to be. But I'm going to take the Cincinnati Bengals just because I find it hard to believe that they're going to go 1-5. 1-5?
Can't. They can't. Can they?
I don't know. Maybe. Let's ask Mac Brown.
Well, guys, the guys who have the ball, who take the kneel at the end of the game, will win the game.
I mean, you got to take Cincy then, right?
Gotta take Cincy.
I don't know what that helped at all, man.
I don't
That
know.
Mac Brown's all horned up for today too, though.
Oh yeah. Yep, he is.
I'm so
And then let's take a look at the Monday Night Football game real quick. We got the Buffalo Bills taking on the New York Jets. Bills are 2.5-point favorites. Over under is 40.5.
Let me tell you, this Bills team has been disappointing this year.
And the Jets just fired their coach. By the way, I want to play this video real quick. Ayahuasca, man. I want your intake here. Here we go. Let me play this video. This is our boy Aaron Rodgers on the Pat McAfee show explaining that he did not, in fact, get his coach fired.
Now, I would love to offer you the floor to kind of explain how yesterday went down, your thoughts on it all, and how you think we got to this point that we're at with the New York Jets organization in 2024.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday was a day that reminds you of the simple fact that all of us who played know all too well, and that's that it's a tough business. It's a beautiful.
Okay, he's already going in political mode here.
Mm-hmm.
He's already going in political mode.
Let me
here.
say the right thing. Let me make sure that I don't tell the
Now-
truth here.
Now it gets worse. Watch this.
Beautiful profession. It's incredible. It's done so much for our lives, but it's also a really tough business. I love Coach Saleh. We have a very solid relationship. We have since, I met him in 2021 and had a nice conversation when they came and visited us for joint practices. He was a big reason why I came to the Jets. I felt like the team, was a solid team. Had a relationship with Coach Hackett, obviously, and I really liked Coach Saleh.
Okay, so he's already got the relationship with Nathaniel Hackett, who is now the interim head coach, by the way.
Yep.
Who was, remember, let go by the Denver Broncos within 2 games last year because he was that bad. And you're telling me Aaron Rodgers had no pull in this whatsoever? His best friend Nathaniel Hackett is now the interim head coach?
I mean, I think it's pretty clear what's happening here.
I think said about him, the few interactions I've had, the times that we went against him, I just had a lot of respect for him. And so, it was just a reminder yesterday how tough the business is. I think what people can forget in this is not only is Robert a fantastic human being and a damn good football coach, he's also a family man. He's got 7 kids.
Oh God, here we go. This is a full-on political I'm the good guy statement.
Listen, I like what he's saying. I think he's accurate. He's right. He's
This
got
is-
nothing for this.
This is scripted. Right. This is totally scripted. This is I'm not the bad guy here.
Yeah.
I had nothing to do with this.
I didn't
But
even
we all know he had something to do. I mean, it
Well-
started with the hug on the sideline. Don't hug me, bro.
Yeah, bro. Back up, dude.
Yeah, let's
I
move
didn't
on.
even
Kids,
know
he's
they
got an
were
incredible wife. And the business of football can be hard, not just on those of us who are playing and coaching and doing personnel things and ownership, obviously, but it's tough on the families. And I've got to know Robert's family over the last couple of years, and especially one of his kids, Adam. Adam's my little throwing buddy from training camp.
Yeah, throw his kid in there now, Aaron.
Yeah.
Jesus.
They're not gonna
Yeah,
be able to eat.
let's just pour salt on the wound there, Aaron.
Listen, I hate that they're not gonna be able to feed their kids anymore, you know,
Yeah,
and
he
it
was
sucks, but
my throwing buddy. I was,
yeah,
you
who am I
know,
gonna warm up with? I lost Devontae. Now I lost my throwing buddy. Randall Cobb, maybe?
Love Adam. He's an incredible, incredible kid. And
Tremendous.
you know, so I'm thinking there's obviously a lot of emotions, but you think about the family and the kids as much as you know the people you love, your own family, who is the coaching staff and the players, and what they're all going through. So, you know, anybody who's kind of championing this decision, I would just appeal to the humanity of the situation and remind you there's other people involved, and Adam has to go to school today, you know, possibly, or
Jesus.
now his kid can't go to school today.
He's gonna
or
get his
possibly.
ass kicked by
Yeah.
everybody now.
Yeah, his dad I fired his dad. I mean, his dad got fired,
Mhm.
and now he can't go to school.
this week, and hopefully there's no, you know, kids with poor parents who are making snide side comments to him. It's just a reminder there's a lot of things involved in this.
There's a lot of woke parents out there that are end up gonna like kick this kid's ass. But the good thing about it is Coach Salah can now homeschool him because he's got a lot of time off.
Yeah, you know, I don't have kids, thank God, because you know, I'm,
They got to knock up Danica Patrick, bro.
yeah,
You know,
that Olivia Munn, she was a crazy nut job.
Yeah. they're all nuts.
Yeah, they're all nuts. That's why I dumped them. It had nothing to do with my personality whatsoever.
No ego issue here.
No ego issue here. They were the wacky ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, there he goes with that microphone. Someone needs to tell him, hey, stop chomping when you're on the microphone, because that's all I'm hearing. But yeah, he's obviously putting the political I'm the good guy here, I had nothing to do with it kind of spin on it. I mean, what do you think?
I don't know, man. I mean, we give A-Rod a lot of shit, but it is a dirty business.
He
You know?
puts it on himself, though.
He does. He
Let's
brings
be
a lot of it
honest.
on. He does. Absolutely. I'm not going to take away from that. He does. He brings a lot of it on himself. In this particular situation, I don't necessarily think he had something to do with Salah getting fired. I really don't. The record kind of shows over the last couple of years. Granted, they didn't have Aaron Rodgers last year, but it does kind of seem almost like, hey, let's pin this on the head coach as to why we're playing so bad, and not the fact that I'm throwing pick after pick and struggling to come back from that ACL issue.
Okay, so let's say he didn't get fired. He didn't get him fired, but he definitely got his buddy the fucking head coaching gig.
Oh, now that for sure. That's 100%. He pulled some strings to make that happen. And why you'd want to go get Hackett, I couldn't tell you.
Oh, he was already there, being the defensive coordinator, which their defense is terrible, by
Right.
the way. But you know, Aaron went in there and said, "Hey, let's give him the spot."
He put his 2 cents in. He definitely did that.
So now the Bills, and back to the Bills and the Jets. Bills are struggling, of course. Jets are now with a new head coach. Monday Night Football drama at its best.
Yeah.
Prime time in New York. Who do you have in this game?
I mean, the Bills are the better team. The Bills should win this game. Everyone looking at this can think it's a no-brainer. The Bills are the better team, which is exactly why I want to take the Jets, because when a team loses a head coach and they're playing like Dookie, there's 2 things that could happen on that next game.
Right.
They can either crumble and the season falls apart, or they can rally around one another and then come out and play the best game they could possibly play. I think the latter of the two is what's going to happen this Monday night. I think the Jets stun the nation and they come out and they beat the Bills just barely. And it's going to be on the defensive side. It's not going to be because the offense is just lighting up the scoreboard.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that worries me about is that Bills run defense is really good. And I don't know that Breece Hall is going to be able to really get off in this game. So it's going to rely a lot on Aaron Rodgers. But I think that defense keeps him in the game. And I think the Jets win this one.
And he was so inaccurate in London last week.
Shoot.
I mean, oh my goodness.
He threw that pick 6 early in that game, and it was just like all downhill from there.
Right.
So that's I don't know. I don't really like the Jets, but I think they win this game. I think they rally. Hey, give me 2 seconds. I got the baby crying real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just give me 1 second.
Yep. While Keith is tending to his kiddo, let's see if we can hear him. Shut up, kid. Yeah, so he's right. I mean, there's so much on the line on this Monday Night Football game, especially on the Jets side, especially with Aaron Rodgers' reputation. I don't necessarily think he got the coach fired. He may have been in the ear, but he definitely didn't say fire him or I'm out kind of deal situation. I don't know. Jesus. Okay. Sorry about that. That was unprofessional on my end. So yeah, I'm gonna have to take. I think I'm gonna roll with Keith on this one. I think I'm gonna take the Jets as well. I think the Jets are, man, but the Bills, man, they're so good, and they had just been struggling this year. So the Bills are actually due for one too. But man, yeah. I don't know, man. That could be either or.
I just think they rally. I think the Jets come together as a team. And, you wouldn't think that because of the way the organization's been for the last 10 years. But only thing I can hope is that Joe Namath is there at the game and can kind of get them fired up at halftime.
I just want to kiss you.
Fired up.
Joining us real quick on the show is he wanted to come on to defend himself. Well, not defend himself, but he was kind of pissed off that he didn't get the opportunity to be on a high-ranking radio show like his opponent Kamala was on the Howard Stern show. So he decided to come on ours because he knows ours is we're great. So joining us now on the Sports Bros podcast, please welcome the one and only Mr. Donald Trump. Hello, boys. It's great to see you this fine Saturday afternoon. How you guys doing today?
Doing good.
Doing good, yeah.
Doing
good.
Texas OU weekend.
We got Texas OU weekend, Mr. Trump. Yeah, for sure. Now, man, I don't know, Keith. You wanna start this off because I feel like if I say something, he may get a little bit upset. I'm not one to criticize anybody. I just feel like it's an unfair situation that I'm in. Everybody wants to talk to Kamala. The yentas on The View want to talk to Kamala. That woke, low-rated radio show, Howard Stern, wants to talk to Kamala. But nobody wants to talk to Trump. It's very, very unfair, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it seems like most of the time a lot of people are unfair to you for some reason, and I don't know exactly why. But did you hear the overall report, the overall interview that went on with the Howard Stern show? And if you did, what are your thoughts on how that interview played out?
Well, I'm telling you, I mean, I couldn't listen more than 5 minutes. I mean, Howard's show is so bad; it has gone down tremendously since he decided to become a Democrat, so to speak. I've been on his show numerous times, and the highest rated shows that he's ever had, to be quite honest with you, is when I was on with him. And, I asked him one time, 2016, I believe, I said, why don't you announce me at the Republican National Convention? And he straight up told me, he goes, I'm voting for Hillary. I said, oh no, Howard, they got you, Howard, they got to you. And ever since then, his ratings have been plummeting. I mean, I got a lot of
power ranking people at Sirius Satellite that said that they can't wait till he's finally up the air because, quite frankly, they're losing money from Howard. To be honest with you, and it definitely does show with his show that he's having now, and he's trying to be a credible interviewer now. I mean, I loved it when he had Hank the Angry Dwarf on and Beetlejuice. I love Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is a big fan of Trump and Gary the I can't say it because I don't want to, but he's a little bit of slow guy. And let's not forget High Pitch Jarek. All them guys, the whack pack as they call them, they're big Trump supporters for sure. But Howard, he's rejected my call numerous times. I said, let's make it fair. You can have Kamala on, but what about me? And he's never returned my call. And it's quite sad, really, really.
Yeah. No, I mean, it seems unfair. Seems very one-sided there. Just a quick question. I mean, I've been looking at the polls a little bit, and you guys are running neck and neck right now. What do you think it's going to take to get you pushed over the top to win this presidency?
Well, I tell you what, the thing is that's going to put me over the top is the African Americans out there, the blacks. They love me. They love me. They absolutely love me. They don't even love Kamala because she doesn't know if she's black or Asian. I don't know. One day she's black, one day she's Asian. I don't know. But the African American community is going to be the real people that's going to swing this vote, so to speak. And I've talked to a lot of black people, and they really love me. And I think that's going to be the swing of this whole election is going to be the African American community. And listen, it's if Kamala was smart, she would run, saying that she's African American, but she's screwing it up. She wants to be Asian or sometimes, and and I feel like that's not being honest with the American people, so to speak.
Oh man, I just feel like that's a borderline racist answer, but hey, whatever works for you.
Mr. Trump, I got a question here for you. I mean, as we saw this past week, another hurricane swept through the state of Florida and caused mass destruction in the Tampa area. How are you preparing the people out there, or are you, what's the state of your state of Florida?
Well, I'll tell you, it's very sad. It's we're starting to see more and more bigger storms, so to speak, and it's controlled by the Democrats. These global warmists, these globalist people, they're just they're out there destroying our country, and it needs to be stopped. And the only way to stop it is to get me in office and make sure that these devastating Category 5 hurricanes don't form anymore in the Gulf of Mexico. And it's a shame that that human people are controlling our weather system. I'm telling you, and it's very sad that they're obviously they're targeting me because they're targeting Florida. They know I love the state of Florida. I'm from Florida. I have my palatial place down there in Mar-a-Lago, and they're just trying to destroy me one by one. But I'm telling you, it's not gonna work,
Sir, I just want to make sure I heard this correct. So the Democrats are controlling the weather, and that's a direct target to take you out of the race.
You got that right. I mean, look at it. I mean, let's look at 6 months ago when I was totally defeating Sleepy Joe. Okay, now all of a sudden they're scared that I'm running away with this race. What are they doing? They're going back-to-back hurricanes in Florida. There's another one forming in the Gulf of Mexico right now. It's probably going to go right to Florida because the Democrats, Nancy Pelosi, Hillary Clinton, all of them, they're directing towards Florida. They're trying to take me out, but nobody can take me out. I'm telling you that right now. Okay.
It's easy.
Well,
it's all
well,
you.
Well, Mr. Trump, it is the last leg, so to speak, before people get out and vote for the election. Any
let's talk about, is there going to be another debate between you and Kamala before November? Well, I tell you, I reached out to Kamala's people, and I told them, I said, listen, we got to get another debate in, but she's refusing because she knows that it's over. Quite frankly, it's over. I destroyed her in that last one, just like I destroyed Sleepy Joe. She looked like she was drunk off her ass, so to speak. Excuse my language, but she was little intoxicated, but it is what it is. But I reached out to the people, and they have not yet to reach me back. But I'm not real worried about going into November at all. I feel like the right person is going to win this election, and I'm going to bring back America once again, and we're going to start seeing inflation going down. And number one, this Ukraine-Russian war is going to end once and for all. I guarantee it. All right. Well, Mr. Trump, thank you so much for coming onto the show. And hopefully, Howard may have a, different view, and maybe he will invite you on one day. We'll see. I tell you, it will help his ratings tremendously if he does. And I hope that he's not so woke anymore. And, maybe I can bring Melania on and Ivanka, maybe we could have them all on. I don't know. We'll see, guys. All right. Well, that's Mr. Trump. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Trump. There he goes. Wow.
Democrats causing the hurricanes. Okay.
Targeting him in Florida.
It's always what a victim complex. All right. Anyways. Terrible.
Did you happen to listen to the Kamala Harris interview on Howard, by the way?
I listened to
some. Not to get too political, but what'd you think?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I just feel like most of the interviews for her are some softball questions. And really, I've heard very little bits and pieces about policy. So I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. I don't think that either of them are the best candidate to run the country. And I'm kind of undecided at this moment. So
all right.
I know who I'm voting for, but whatever.
All right. Well, here we go. It's now time for Cece's Wild Ass Videos. Sit back and grab some popcorn as Cece takes you on a wild ride of some of the craziest videos of the week. Take it away, Cece. Whoa, wrong button. Whoa. Oh, I don't know where that came from. Okay, it is Cece's Wild Ass Videos for this week here, and we're going to start off with some. I actually watched this live, and I kind of laughed really hard on this one. This is on a college football game last week. I want to play this one here. Here we go.
Of the second half, but Texas Tech back ahead.
Play. Oh, here we go.
Ahead after they led it 18-3.
That was a setup there. That was a setup. That's what you call a setup.
I didn't even see what happened.
Oh, you didn't? Let's play.
No, just tell me. I don't want to see it again.
Hang on. We'll play it again here.
Of the second half, but Texas Tech back ahead after they led it 18-3.
Unbelievable. I'm telling you.
Having a whale of a time.
Having a whale of a time. Here's a nice little funny ditty remix for you.
It's always hard when I pipe you down. Johnson & Johnson spilled on the ground. Watch LeBron get gay for Puff. Your favorite rapper get gay for Puff. Till tonight when I beat again. MDMA in your drink, my friend. That amphetamine give me the strength I need to proceed. Strength I need to clap cheeks. My thoughts this wish I could find out who snitched to the FBI in the morning about 6. Taking more cocks and dicks. You and me taking pics. Making flicks, baby oil being squeezed on. Still can't believe the porn. Give anything to feel Meek's breath on my neck. Even though LeBron take pipe the best.
God, that might be the best one I've heard so far. It's pretty good.
Now, like I said earlier in the show, an Academy Award-winning actor is now being accused of being one with Diddy's Cuba Gooding Jr. Cuba Gooding Jr.
Radio.
Yeah. Has been leaked to the Diddy party, and he was heavily involved in sexual misconduct during this Diddy party, allegedly. We're going to say allegedly, but he is on the list. Wow. Cuba Gooding Jr., bro.
They took advantage of radio, man. Tricked them into it. Just like in the movie, bro. They tricked them into going into the girls' locker room. Did the same thing to them at the Diddy parties.
And we all have that one perv at our job. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Walt.
Oh, it's Walt, just what I don't need today.
Oh, what a great way to start the day with two of the prettiest girls in the world.
Morning, Walt.
How are my two best girls doing?
Fine, just fine.
Wonderful. You know, it does an old man's heart good just to be working around such pretty young things all day. Keeps the juices flowing, if you know what I mean.
Yes, Walt, we know.
Well, then you two have a great day, and don't work too hard.
I cannot stand that guy.
Come on, he is just a harmless old man.
Well, I think he's a dirty old man.
We do all have that one guy at the job that's, hey, sweetheart, hey, baby, hey, pretty girl, hey.
Damn Walt. Fucking Walt, man.
Walt. Not in 2024. Not on my watch, Walt.
Not on my watch, Walt. Put that blue pill down.
You put that boner away.
Enjoy this for Halloween. Here we go. Some families.
Carl Winslow.
Greatness.
Hey, that's good, man. That's good. I enjoyed that.
It is Halloween. Are we doing a Halloween special?
Of course, man. Spookathon.
Oh, it is. What is what's your best scary movie? Not to sound like Ghostface, but what is your best scary movie?
Oh man, I don't know. I guess I'm partial to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
It's because McConaughey's on there.
Yeah,
you are the Matthew McConaughey of Lake Louisville.
All right. No, I like that one, but I don't know. I think the overall series I enjoyed the most was I like the Scream movies.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm more inclined to the Halloweens.
Well,
Michael
yeah,
Myers. Yeah,
of course.
Anywho, I think that's going to do it today. Good show.
Well, let me add one note real
go ahead.
Because we did not speak about this.
Oh, but you're right. You're right. My apologies.
Game 5. Detroit Tigers take on the Cleveland Guardians. Big game, dude.
Big game. Who do you have in this one?
I put a lot of thought into this, man. I think Cleveland's the better team, but honestly, I think Detroit wins it today because of pitching.
I will say you are onto something because last week you came on this show and you predicted that the New York Mets will be the World Series champions, and so far so good.
They are now in the NLCS. They will be taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers, who did clinch last night against the San Diego Padres.
Yeah.
So it is the Mets and the Dodgers in the NLCS. The Yankees did beat the Royals to advance to the ALCS. They are waiting for the winner of the Tigers and Guardians today. They're playing today, right?
Yeah, play today at noon. The game got bumped up to 12, man, because of the hurricane issues. But check it, bro. Detroit wins this game. Okay. I think the Mets end up running through the Dodgers. I think they sweep them. I know it's bold. And I think the Yankees end up taking out the Tigers. And you know what that means?
Subway Series.
Subway Series, bro. It's going down this year. New York back on the map. Subway Series with the Mets winning it in 6 games.
Oof.
I still got the Mets winning it all.
All right. You still got the Mets.
Darryl Strawberry, bro.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's going to do the show today. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, checking us out. We're on our new platform here, so we're kind of, working the kinks out. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. I want to thank our guest, I guess, Donald Trump, for coming on. I don't know. Tremendous. Check out our social media sites down below. You can check us out at the Sports Bras Podcast. That's where you will find us. Anything else before we head out?
Hey, man. Hook 'em, baby.
Hook 'em. Hook 'em. All right. Well, with that said, send us on home, my friend.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for tuning in to a very special episode of the Texas OU Weekend Sports Bras.
Never ever forget, guys, you can't run, but you can't hide. Unless you're a hurricane heading to Florida.
You got nothing prepared, bro. What are you doing?
Nothing. It was weak. Weak. All right, guys. Have a great weekend. Hook 'em. See you guys next week. Adios.
Tremendous.